Hello everyone, my name is Pax Ultra, and right now we're gonna play some Dishonored 2. I have been recording all day, literally all day, in preparation for a dental surgery that I have coming up where I'm gonna be unable to do any sort of recording next weekend. So, I'm kind of tired. Forgive me if I'm not as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as I might normally be.
Damn, I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
In this episode, is that a map of the district? I think it might be. I don't want that badly enough to deal with those guards. In this episode, we are going to figure out what is going on with that shopkeeper's associate, and we are going to find an entrance to the Royal Conservatory. As stated in the previous episode, I am trying something new with the Dishonored playthrough. I am no longer doing these blind. I am now playing through the part that I'm currently on before recording it. And we're just gonna see how that plays out. So far, it's been good. It's kind of helped me keep the pace of the videos nice and even, and a little bit more entertaining than they have been, because they had a tendency to drag on before. So as we come back here, we're going to get our first kind of, well, it's not the first glance, actually. We've seen them before. We saw them after we finished dealing with Kieran Jindosh. These enemies are fairly new. You can't really tell from up here, but their flesh is corrupted, and they are known as witches. They have the ability to teleport and scream really loud, and I don't know what else. One thing I did find out the hard way is that you cannot pull them using far reach. If you try, they will dissolve like midway through, and they will immediately become, you know, aware of your presence and start looking for you. So I don't yet have a good way to deal with them, but it is something that we're working on.
Melinda, you look great. Enrico said to give you his regards.
That donkey-faced cretin can open his wrists for all I care. Did you bring me something? The silver cigarette case, like we agreed?
No, listen. I can't go on doing this. Stealing for you. I'll lose my job.
Do you want to be a servant all your life? You're always talking about leaving Karnak on a big white boat, never to come back. You spend your days polishing silver cutlery. Come with me, Beatrix. Let's leave.
Could we really get passage on a ship? What if they find us?
You know I'll protect you, just like when we were kids.
I'll think about it. I promise.
Sorry, I just thought that, you know,
Oh, the look on his face. Well, who was he expecting, the Empress? What a fool.
when I just felt like of all the little slice of life bits that you get the chance to see in this game, that one was one of the more interesting ones. I thought you guys might enjoy it.
Locker before coming out. Last time I left it open, someone left a hagfish in my jacket pocket.
And then, of course, you get the ones like this, where it's just the guards rambling to themselves like me trying to record a video. We do want to get down there. I'm going to wait for her to go down the stairs to the bottom of the building, though. Because I have a new policy of not dealing with enemies unless I have to. Okay. And there is a bone charm in this room. Where is it? It's right here. Electrical burst, which I'm not going to look at it just yet, but it increases the radius of stun mines. I don't know what his patrol path is, so we gotta be careful, but there is a document back here that I want you guys to read. Really, that just proves how absolutely terrible the Howlers are.
It's getting hard to
I have not read this, so let's see what this says. Basically, the Grand Guard does not care about the citizenry whatsoever. So we got the bone charm. You might notice those runes marked on the map or on the HUD. That's where we're going next. But that's pretty much all that is of interest in this room or in this building. So we are now gonna make our way over here to the Outsider Shrine to see what he has to say to us. Gonna wait for the mana to come back. And this building is interesting. There's nobody in here, but there are a ton of booby traps. What is this? I think we've read this one, so we're gonna skip that. Because I know that the documents are probably not well loved as is. I can't remember if there are any up here. I don't think so. Whoa, got turned around. There's nobody in this building, luckily. Crown Killer watching. Well, we took care of the Crown Killer. Alright, let's see what the Outsider has to say to us.
Look at you, making your way across this shuddering city. Brianna Ashworth would have been miserable as a member of high society, forced to wed some bloated banker. Her only moments of real freedom, getting drunk at fancy balls, and slipping away to couple with strangers. It would have ended in an unhappy marriage and a late-night plunge into an icy river. But just before Mother and Father married her off, so many years ago, she found Delilah instead. It was all highways and graveyards after that, never looking back. Vice Overseer Byrne is an ambitious man, but he believes in the Abbey's mission, protecting the good people of the Empire against the likes of us. You know he'd be happier deep down if this ended with Brianna Ashworth's head on a spike. Maybe yours as well.
Further substantiating my belief that the Outsider is really just watching all of this play out, he has given two people with, like, ambitions and desires great power, and now he is watching them fight over something that they care about. I don't think we've read this one, even though it's just a song. We're gonna go ahead and open it. Okay, so there is that one. We'll now make our way back out of here and continue heading towards the Black Market owner's associate. Let's see if we can find him and report back to the Black Market guy. And the best way to do that is to go through that building over there, which, as you might notice, is infested with bloodflies. Now, because I have played through this already, I know that there is a nest keeper in this building, and the best way I found to deal with him is to get his attention through some innocuous means. And then once he walks over Just peg him and knock him out. We may have been able to get a little bit fancy. I'm gonna try to... Yeah, there we go. Gonna try to move him, because when I go in here to fight these blood flies, things are bound to get a little chaotic. See what I mean? I'm liable to kill him just by being here. Let's burn their nest, shall we? So that's one nest down with a ton to go. An absolute ton of nests. Oh yeah, and when we're standing in this building, we can hear
Conservatory. What do those walls hide?
echoes. You know, we can hear two speakers going on and on with the Duke's message. It's a bit annoying. I wonder why they're out of sync. I guess it's just due to the nature of how electricity travels. On a small scale it seems instantaneous, but on a large scale there is actually propagation delay. Screw it. I'm just gonna burn them. Burn them all. And we get a corrupted bone charm for our trouble. Armored bones. I actually have not read what this one does. We're probably not going to equip it. You take significantly less damage, but your movement speed is reduced. No thank you. If I am in a situation where I'm getting damaged, I've done something wrong. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that painting of Ashworth. As you can see, there's a safe over there. I don't know if you remember, but we actually bought the combination for that off of the black market guy. I'm just doing a once over. I don't think there's anything else down here. We'll go to that. There's a second floor. We'll head up there in a moment, but let's go ahead and deal with the safe. So what does this say? He knew that somebody stole the combination to a safe and he was going to have his assistant change it, but they never did. And now we have it in our mission clues. It is 642. That is the combination. So just change those two numbers and it will open right up. And there is actually quite a bit of money in here. Pistol bullets, which we can't use. Alright, and now we'll make our way up to the second floor. And I can't remember what was up here that was worth. That's definitely worth it, and I will take that. I have a feeling we're gonna need it. Go ahead and eat this bread to recover nothing. We recovered nothing from that. Alright. Just a map worth some money. And then we have another Serkonan song. Okay, and that is all for this building. So now we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna deal with the shopkeeper's assistant. Yeah, I thought maybe there was an entrance to the building we're trying to get into back there, but I don't see one.
shiny coins.
So, as you can see,
Double the number of mine workers, and he did it. No questions, no complaints. Karnaka needed miners, and he produced them. Out of thin air. That's the smell.
okay, sorry, I was really focusing on what I was doing there, because there's not a more stealthy way into this building without going through the guards. And as we've said previously, that's not something we want to do. There are, sorry, I thought there was only one of them. There are people down there, but we don't need to interact with them. So, as you can see, the associate guy was in a boarded up section of this building, but we can make our way through, and it looks like some unfortunate soul did not notice the tripwires. Luckily, we have dark vision upgraded to the maximum level, so we won't be fooled by such things. We can make our way in here to where the associate was doing his work. But, as you can see, he is nowhere to be found. But there is a note about an opportunity. So there's the contract that he was given before he went missing. And it looks like the owner of the black market shop wanted something called the Roseboro prototype, which is in the conservatory. We can only assume that his associate has gone to retrieve it. Now, we will go ahead and take what few things we can here, including this bone charm. Unsteady Hands, which we're not going to look at because I already know what it does. It causes enemies' projectiles to miss you more often. Actually, I am going to equip that, I lied. Now that I think about it, it will come in handy in the coming area since we can't pull those witches to us. They are immune to some of the void powers that we have been granted. I'm going to go ahead and top myself off and take that. There's really zero reason not to. Okay, nothing of value in here. I think there was another room down this way. It's just a little closet. Yeah, okay. Nothing in there. So, with that done, we can continue moving forward. And as you can see, this little side mission has given us what appears to be an excellent path into the Royal Conservatory. And actually, that little pop-up reminded me, I just want to make sure, I don't think we've missed any runes or bone charms outside. No, we haven't. So, we will keep going forward.
The conservatory. I wanted to visit this place with Wyman.
Poor Lucinda. She wanted to raise the blood briar.
And we enter into a room as two of the enemy are conversing.
You should have seen the twisted things she made. All snouts and teeth and tails.
That's just the way it is, dear Parmelia.
So that...
Delilah wears the outsider's mark, and some of what she can do flows down to us.
It doesn't seem fair.
Think about working your fingers raw, weaving nets, or raising cows to slaughter. Any of the gifts we receive is better than living under the boot.
That's true and fine. A wise way to look at things. But it won't help Lucinda rise any higher in Delilah's favor.
Sorry, as I was saying, this is what the witches look like. And since there appear to be a lot of goodies to grab in here, I think we need to deal with
My
them.
knee feels better. The fresh air really helped. And the calendula flowers.
Now, in terms of precisely how to do that, I am not quite sure. However, I do think we are going to end this episode here. The Dishonored episodes in the coming weeks are probably going to be a little bit shorter just because I am running out of recording time and I need to go ahead and get them finished. We've also made visible progress, and this just feels like a better stopping point than continuing on a little bit further until some arbitrary time limit. So forgive me for the brevity this week. But we will hopefully be able to get back to the normal 45-minute mark when I get back from having dental surgery. Anywho, if you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any comments for me, leave those down below. If you want to chat, or if you just want to keep up with what's going on in my life, you can follow me on social media. But other than that, until I see you again, y'all be good, and God bless.